So what is up? What is up? What is up, beautiful people? Welcome to another self-aware narcissist live chat. You know what I mean? Y'all already in the comments. Gracious. Holly and Ben. What is going on? What is going on? So y'all, let me preface this by saying that I will be putting the things onto the screen. If you don't want your question on the screen, we'll be posting this on YouTube and Facebook as well. So if you don't want your question on the screen, put at the beginning, not at the end, at the beginning, please don't post. Because you put at the end, I might post it and read the question. Then it's too late. And I have to go back and do all this other mess. So y'all just help me out. Help a brother out. No, so if you're new here, you know what I'm saying? I'm Lee Hammock, diagnosed narcissist, mental illness everywhere. This right here is Mr. Ben Taylor at Raw Motivations everywhere. Self-aware narcissist on here on every platform, spreading awareness, growth, healing, and change. There you go.
There you go.
Got it. I'm proud, y'all. I'm proud I got it. Hi guys, what's going on? What's going on? What did you say? So y'all can drop the questions in the answer box. Like I said, any kind of donations, whatever, to the channel, or will be greatly appreciated as well. So we just on here, like I said, just spreading it out. Let me get this banner going. So what?
Someone said watching from Cayman.
Okay. I'll start it off, y'all. The Narc app. Download the Narc app.
What's up? Good to see y'all coming on. Australia.
Hi, Ben.
Hello.
Almost comedic. The guy I was dating broke up with me and blocked me in response to me taking him off of my Facebook. I used the text app to journal or express how I was feeling, thinking it was safe as I was blocked. He didn't unblock me, saw all of my journaling, and decided I was a stalker. Jesus. So are you surprised? He broke up with you because you took him off of your Facebook? Are you surprised? I just feel like I feel like that's a step to me. That's a step in the breakup direction anyway. To to remove me from Facebook. You know what I mean?
South Carolina.
Harley Quinn said, "Do you guys do one-on-ones?" Yes. Yep. We both do one-on-ones over Zoom and things like that. And also, if you're coming to the Austin, Texas meetup, hold on, y'all. Dang it, we got a lot of stuff going on. If you're coming to the meetup in Austin, Texas, we are doing one-on-ones in person. My printer's just going off. No, where is it at?
You get it?
Oh, there you go. Yeah, I got a lot of banners, y'all. We're doing one-on-ones in person as well. The link is in my bio, or you can check Ben's out at rawmotivations.com. Hold on, I saw something. Thank you so much, Sarah Coward. Did you have a question you want to answer? Because people typically put questions in there. What's going on, Rosita? New Orleans, Tennessee, Indonesia. Woo.
Indonesia, gosh. What is it like?
Costa Rica, down in GA, a little bit of everywhere.
Yeah.
Francis, what's going on? How you doing? Hope you're having a beautiful day. Francis. Vicky, what's up? Do narcissists call out other narcissists? Like, what do you mean? Just like on social media, or
Just in general.
What do you mean? Yeah, just like it's not like a lions in a pack. Like you see another narcissist, you like roar at him. Y'all go to war, anything like that. It's kind of just like general. What's it? So Sarah Coward. Hi from England. I was thrown back, but I thought it was very immature. Oh yeah, it is immature, but like I feel like he would think it was immature for you to remove him from Facebook, But you did a 1-minute video on narcissistic friends. Are you able to get a little bit more in detail? So I have video about narcissistic friends on my YouTube channel, y'all. I know you follow me on Facebook, but I have a few videos on my YouTube channel about narcissistic friends. I'll probably do another one tomorrow. I already had my video shot for today. Theodora Vassie, what's up? Does a narcissist try to convince you that you're the narcissist because you stop reacting to their S anymore? What'd you say on that one, Ben?
Yeah, I mean, there's an aspect of that, like you stopped responding the way I thought you were supposed to respond. So then, like, I'll call you the narcissist. Like, how can you just be like, so unresponsive to me? Like, how can you just be so cold? That kind of an idea, like putting it back on you.
So how do you tell your significant other they are a narcissist? That's the golden. I feel like this is a quest for Indiana Jones right there. Indiana Jones in the hunt for how to tell a narcissist that they are a narcissist.
Right. Yeah, I mean, a big aspect is like students. A lot of times you tell them that they're a narcissist, they're gonna flip it back on you. Kind of start manipulating and like putting the same thing you're saying like back on you.
Yep. They'll throw it on you. They'll throw it on you. They'll throw it on you. So Kelly
See?
says, I am coming to the Austin, Texas live Q&A and meet and greet. Did you already register?
Awesome.
You already so if you're not registered for the Q&A or the meet and greet, go ahead, go to narcavengers.com. It's at the bottom of the screen, narcavengers.com/Texas, and get registered. How many people got registered for the meet and greet so far, Ben?
The meet and greet is when you count in the plus ones, I think it's probably closer to 150 actually.
Woo! That's 150 people.
Soon. I
Yo,
think the biggest thing is like if you want questions answered or if you want to hear from different people, because there's going to be 10 different narc avengers there, you want to sign up for the exclusive like Q&A, because there's going to be so many people in the space that are actually going to be showing up for the meet and greet. You're probably not going to be able to interact with all the creators or be able to ask the questions that you want to be able to hear from multiple people.
yes. So the Q&A part is the most important part for me, because the meet and greet is going to be huge. Gonna be a lot of people that meet and greet, interacting and stuff like that. But the Q&A is small and intimate. It's a small, intimate section of people, in the Q&A. So go get registered for the Q&A part of it, so you can ask the question that you've been dying to ask. Trauma bond, parallel parenting, co-parenting, whatever you have to ask. You know what I mean? So Sarah says, I still don't understand why these behavioral patterns seem to be present in almost all narcissists. Like, how does that happen unconsciously? Was it something in childhood that each went through? Uh, so, the way I answer this a lot of times is like a lot of narcissistic people experience some type of trauma. Not all of them, but a lot of them experience some type of trauma in their childhood, or some type of neglect, possibly in their childhood and things like that. So they develop these defense mechanisms. I feel like, for me, this is my own personal thoughts, y'all. The narcissism, the NPD, is just a self-defense mechanism to protect my inner child from being harmed again emotionally and sometimes physically and things like that. So, to protect myself, I develop these traits, these personality characteristics and things like that. And a lot of people protect themselves in the same way. So that's why the traits in a lot of narcissistic people are very similar, but they might be presented differently because of different ethnicities, sexes, religions, socioeconomic backgrounds, different ways and stuff like that. So the traits typically might be the same across the board here and there. You know what I mean? That's my perspective on that, y'all.
Yeah. That's very true. I mean, a huge aspect is that shame avoidance. I think that's why it's so similar with everybody.
My first is the best action plan or strategy to leave a narcissistic relationship.
Yes.
What's the best strategy to leave a narcissist? The safe. So I just feel like the safest way possible.
Yeah.
Make a plan.
Make a plan, stick to it, don't broadcast it everywhere, and walk out when the person's at work. Basically, like, make sure that you're safe doing it, but get out.
Yes, be as safe as possible, and don't, like I said, just make the moves. Once you make the moves, just stand on it. Seriously, stand on it and be safe. Jill, what's going on, Jill? How you doing? Sorry, there's a lot of questions coming here. Quick, God, I'm way behind. Hold on. Maryland, Portland, Oregon. Where were you 9 years ago? Out here being narcissistic. I had just out here being a fresh a 28-year-old hyper narcissist. So that's what I was doing 9 years ago. Us narcissistic folks are not easy to deal with. No, not us. I'm easy as hell to deal with, Nick. Don't speak for me. Nick, I'm joking. That's sarcasm. We're no longer serving them. I know that you are self-aware, but are most narcissists aware that they have serious problems? How would you answer that, man? Let me go slide through here.
I think a big aspect is there's a lot of narcissists that are aware. Let's say 50% are aware, but then you have to understand that doesn't mean that they care. A lot of times people think like if I can get them to care, or if I can get them to, be aware of how I'm feeling, or if I could get them to understand like the emotions and the pain that I feel, then maybe they would care. Well, awareness doesn't mean care, and awareness doesn't mean change. And so a lot of times they want to avoid. They're not really looking at like, oh, I have a serious problem. They're looking at like, I'm the victim, or everybody leaves me, or this is what I'm entitled to. They're not really looking at themselves thinking that, because just that awareness doesn't mean that they recognize or acknowledge or change those serious problems.
Yeah, perfect. There was one that popped up. Da-da-da-da. Love the merch, guys, especially the shirts. Oh yay, appreciate it. Appreciate it. I
Awesome.
don't like. I ain't even merched out. Hold on, let me be back. I'll be right
I don't even have my merch.
back.
So I got my merch in the wash.
Well, I just watched mine. So this is part of mine, y'all. See, this is
Awesome.
the self love journey right here. I just watched it. I'm free. I love me. I'm free. Self love. The link is in my bio, everywhere. Just check it out. That's the self love brand, y'all. Appreciate that. The self love brand is here. I'm registering right now. Okay, Harley Quinn, there you go. Hey, don't talk about it. Be about it. Let's get registered. Like I said, we do 1-on-1s as well. So you want to do that? Beep beep boop bye 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 beep beep beep. There you go.
I'm gonna hold you to it, Harley, because I've got it up back here. I got the back office because Lee asked me to chat earlier. So let's see.
He got it up there. I can't believe I'm missing this. What? Austin, Texas, October 15th. Y'all come through. I'm serious. Look, I want to meet y'all. I've been cooped up in the house for a long ass time. I'm flying I ain't been on a plane. Look, I've been in that been in the Disney World, been everywhere, y'all. I've been in the house. And he still look. Ben got some frequent flyer miles. I've been in the house. I've been isolated. So yeah, there you go. You gotta stay in power, y'all. So there you go, right there, y'all.
Oh wow, you are far behind.
Yeah.
I was like, I put that in a while ago.
Really, what's going on? What's going on? He sells rocks. What kind of rocks?
Rocks.
Most of them did. Hey, Brittany, some form.
What's up? What's up?
Do narcissists get worse with every relationship?
Not necessarily. Sometimes they get better. They get better at manipulating. They get better at lying. They get better at hiding. All that kind of stuff. I think it normally goes one extreme or the other. Like you either have a narcissist that extends their stay in the next person's relationship, so they go from like 1 year to 2 years to 3 years to 5 years. Because they're like starting to learn how to hide it more or how to be better at manipulating. And then you have ones that don't care and just get even worse. That shorten the time. From a 5-year relationship to a 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yep. So there you go. Y'all see it exactly like that.
Lee, you got a mention in my court papers because I follow and interact with you and Ben. I've apparently fooled an aware narcissist. Interesting.
Wait, what is that one at?
It's Beck Hudson at 828.
I'm right. I'm right at 828. Or your wives friends. They've met before, y'all. Our wives are interacting.
If we live closer, they'd probably hang out because I
think. Yeah. I didn't say 828. Wait, you said Beck?
They live closer. We'd probably be in trouble. They go shopping all the time.
Oh God. Oh, hey boys. Lee, you got a mention in my court papers because I follow and interact with you and Ben.
Interesting.
I've apparently fooled an aware narcissist. So what mention did they?
Was it a good mention or like a yeah?
If it was him, if it was the ex mentioning us, it could not have been good, y'all.
Maybe the ex was like calling you out of like being upset that you poisoned her mind with self-aware narcissist stuff.
The TikTokers got you. They're gonna shout out to the Narc app right here, man. Let me let Ben take it out with the Narc app real quick. I'm gonna bring it up. Go ahead, you can highlight Ben. I got it right here.
Yeah, we just updated the name, which they did the name. So yeah, we just updated the name and the logo on it. So we're working on adjusting some stuff. We got a couple things in the background, work in production on the Narc app that are being slowed down currently because we're currently in production on the 45-day challenge. We're in the middle of filming 110 videos, working on 50 emails and a couple other things that we're trying to put together in the 45-day challenge. But this gives you an idea of the Narc app, of what's actually there, boundaries, different weekly lives that we have that go up every single Monday that you can interact, so you can ask questions, you can come on screen. The course there to rewiring your mindset, right? You can actually go in and do a exercise that helps you like reduce the impact that triggers have on you. And then, when you're getting back out there and you want to, test the waters, there's a great course on there from Rofe, Roller Coaster of Love on dating. And then the biggest aspect is really like having a community of like-minded people that are going to help you heal, grow, and change. That is the biggest aspect. There's so many people that get encouragement from the people, advice, all that kind of stuff. And you can schedule coaching with me, with Lee, with Ro, with Kat. That's going to be on there here in a minute. Bree. Who's the other one that's on there? I guess Lisa. Yeah, I mean, there's several people that you can book right then and there. So it's pretty cool.
So that's narcapp.com. Oh, it's still going? Oh.
It's still good. Yeah, it's long. They made it really long.
Yeah. Narcapp.com, y'all. So check out the narcapp.com.
Awesome.
Do.
Send a link to the app. Yeah, I can send a link. I'll put it in there.
Okay. Why won't they just move on to the new supply instead of hoovering? Why not do both? You know what I mean? I can do both. Sometimes both is allowed. I can move on to the new supply and keep you around. That happens so often, y'all. And sometimes let me keep it hot with y'all. Y'all gotta stop allowing that shit to happen. Like, goddamn, y'all be like, they'll leave you for somebody else. I'm not saying this is you, Keely. I'm just saying they'll leave you for somebody else, and y'all will still stay latched on to them. Let them come back and forth, clapping your cheeks and then clapping the other person, just spraying just juices there. It's too much, y'all. It's too much. Sometimes you gotta do that. How do you prove they are narcissists in court? You don't. You go to court and use the word narcissist, they gonna be like, don't use the word narcissist in court, y'all.
Right. Courts aren't up to speed with it.
Yeah, you'll just get it'll just be a wild ride for you. It will absolutely be a wild ride for you. Sammy and soulmate. Oh, there you go. Download Narc app. Narcapp.com right there. It's right across, right at the screen, y'all. Sammy, you just in my TikTok live, weren't you? I remember that profile picture. My sisters. You can read it.
Okay, my sister's narc boyfriend told her he no longer wanted to be with her or their newborn. They got intimate that night, and the next morning he said he didn't mean anybody said any advice. So what I would do first off is I would believe him, because it's true. Like, he didn't mean what he said. He just did that probably to, in terms of Lee, clap some cheeks, because that's really all that he cared about. Like, he doesn't, the narcissist isn't going to engage with her or with the newborn because it doesn't meet what he wants, either the image or either like have their cake and eat it too, like different things like that. So I would believe it, and that's something that like she needs to understand, that if she keeps allowing that back into her life, it's going to keep going the same way.
There you go. There's actions over words, y'all. It's just like, I want to be with y'all. Clap cheeks. I don't want to be with you anymore. That post cheek clapping clarity when they just tell you the truth. You mean it's like a truth serum. I had no clue what a narcissist is. I just can't leave my narc alone. 3 kids, 12 years later, I don't know what to do. First off, stop saying I can't, because if you say that right there, you automatically, your brain, the stuff that you tell yourself, the stuff that you say out loud, your brain tries to make it true.
Right.
So you say, I can't leave them alone. Your brain is going to find ways why you can't leave that person alone.
You're right. You can't. Yeah.
You hear this, whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right. You know what I mean? So if you keep saying this, I can't leave my narc alone, then you can't. You really can't. Like, nobody can talk you out of it, because you already talked yourself into it. You know what I mean? 3 kids, 12 years. You gave yourself 2 reasons right there. So you're already. So it's just the words we use frame our lives. So use better words, use better language. There's baby steps into the right direction right there.
Yeah, you got to twist it around, because otherwise the 3 kids in 12 years, you're justifying the abuse and you're justifying why you're staying. And a lot of times people think, well, I'm staying for the kids or I'm staying to help the kids. Like, no, like, you're actually a lot of times hurting the kids if you're keeping them engaged in a toxic environment. And so, like, a huge aspect of leaving the narcissist alone is acknowledging the truth of the situation, the truth of what that person's put you through, et cetera, so that you can actually get clarity to move away from that person instead of still engaging with them.
Okay, Sammy. Thank you. Yes, from TikTok, lady. You had a one-on-one with my sister last week, and she went back. Oh my god!
Trying to learn how to make her more aware.
I'm not coming back.
That's the hard thing. I mean, you can. We normally say for the narcissist, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink. And sometimes it's hard, because like you can't like force other people to realize that they're in that type of relationship.
So what's your sister's name, Sammy? Who's your sister? I don't like. I talked to so many people. It comes and goes. That irritates me though. Like, goddamn. Y'all hear how I talk on here in public? I'll be talking behind the scenes in my one-on-ones. I'm vicious. I'm viciously nice, y'all. I'm not on no mean shit. I'm just like, look, you gonna die. I'll tell them like straight up. You know what I mean? I'll be real with them on that stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I texted you that one thing the other day. You can remember? Like, just trying to keep it real. Like, let people know, like, this is what's going to happen if they keep engaging.
Yeah.
Awesome. Hey, I just want to throw out there, since you put this comment up, because I love the podcast. Yeah, we'll probably be talking about that as well. So, like, with the podcast, I don't know which one you're talking about. We actually have two. The one that I'm like the most excited about right now is actually the one I'm doing with my wife, with Kayla. It's called Trauma, Drama, and Life, and it's on Apple Podcasts. And it's been absolutely crazy. Like, I've not expected it. We had the 4th episode released on Monday, and I think it was Tuesday we hit, like, what was it, like number 87 in the US on Apple Podcasts. So like the amount of like love everybody's been having listening to those, and also like interacting, sending us topics and things that we want to talk through, has really been amazing.
Nice. She said I talked to her sister last week. Where we at? I'm it's bugging me. I'm sorry. It's bugging me.
Lisa, thanks so much. Appreciate it.
It is bugging me. Oh, last week on Wednesday. So now I remember. So I got too many tabs over. I got too many tabs over, y'all. So
you can't find us.
Okay. No, I keep attracting narc type. I keep on attracting to narc types. It's frustrating. Are you choosing those narcissists?
Keep choosing narc types.
Choosing those narcissist types. That's what it is right there. So her name is Anna. We were both on the video call. So yeah. I do remember you, because but you hear me. So when we were doing that 1-on-1, I remember saying that. I was like, the questions you're asking make it seem like you're gonna go back to him. You know what I mean? I kept saying, I was like, people in your situation typically do this, typically do that. I'm not saying you're gonna do it. I remember that her line of questioning was asking, how could she make it work with this person? Your sister's in for a bumpy ride. I told her that straight. I remember telling her that straight out, like, but put your seatbelt on, you know, because she had just left and her stuff was over there. Like, you gotta go get your stuff and shit. Like, she had to go get her stuff, and I was like, is there any way you can do it without him being there? So if you didn't do that, so buckle up. I remember. I knew it.
Yeah. It's so hard. There's some people that come like trying to, get answers to stay, and there's some people that want to heal super fast, and then there's other people that actually want to put in the work.
Yeah. ABB. Sorry, y'all. That annoys me right there. But anyway, I can't. I work. That's all I can do. I knew she was gonna go back there. I said that in the 1-on-1s. Like, I feel like your language is not that you're trying to get past it.
Right. I think a big thing, kind of going back to that one question you put up a little bit ago, of always like attracting narcissists. I think there's a big like thought, and when people walk through life and they're like, oh, I'm just like a narcissist magnet, like all you do is you get stuck in like a victim mentality, like you can't fix it, or that there's nothing to actually be able to do. But in reality, the majority of the times a narcissist is actually going towards people. It's not the ones that have the money. It's not the ones that are the prettiest. It's not the ones that have empathy. Like everybody says, oh, it's this, this, and this. No, what it typically is the narcissist normally goes after people that don't know who they are. Like they don't actually have that sense of self of who they actually are, and they don't have boundaries. And like if you go through life not having boundaries and not knowing who you are, then you're going to be drifting away to every single person that pays you attention. And so a lot of times it comes down to the fact of like, who are you actually choosing? Because the idea of like attracting narcissists means you're attracting a lot of different people, but who you're actually choosing is a lot of times a toxic person.
Mm-hmm. There you
go. That's my mini fire for the night.
Have either of you ever been physically abusive in the past? And if so, would you react if your partner called the police? Would that be motivation to get therapy? So, no. The first part is no. No, I've never been physically abusive. That's not my forte. But emotional stuff, yeah. I'm an emotional connoisseur. But how would you react if your partner called the police? So if you are dealing with somebody physically abusive and you call the police and they know you're calling the police, you might want to just hide in the closet or under the bed, wherever the safest place for you, or run out the house if you call the police, because they might try to go and send you to meet God. I'm not joking. It sounds funny the way I say it, because I try to keep it within the YouTube guidelines or whatever, but they'll send you to meet God, like face to face with God. You can call it. They hit you and beating you up, and you call the police. They might put you. I'm calling the police on your ass. 911. My husband.
Right. I also think there's an aspect of a lot of narcissists that if you did that, it'd probably flip the script right away. Like, why are you calling the police? I'm not even yelling at you. That
Yeah.
kind of a thing where all of a sudden, they show up and there's like nothing for them to see because the person isn't being, and they're accusing you of being the crazy one.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Would there be motivation to get therapy? I'm also say no, unless they offer him a plea bargain. If you don't like therapy or jail, therapy, then he might go to therapy then, but that's not a guarantee that it's going to work out.
Check the box. All right.
Yeah, some people think therapy is the end all be all. There's a lot of narcissists in therapy, y'all. It just everybody doesn't turn out the same way. Some people, I thought the woman the other day, she's like, my husband is diagnosed with narcissistic personality disorder. I'm like, cool, that's interesting. He in therapy for he's been in therapy for 10 years and he still treats me like shit. Like
Right.
because it's not the end all be all. You are dealing with a self-aware narcissist that doesn't necessarily want to change. They probably go to therapy to try to justify their behaviors towards you and things like that. How do I handle my narcissist adult child who withhold grandchild as punishment for standing up to them? Yikes. That right there's an interesting dynamic right there. Have you ever experienced that before, man? That's a new one. Well,
How do I handle my
I actually
narcissist?
did a so your child is a narcissist. Your adult child is a narcissist. So let me ask you this question right here. So if your adult child is a narcissist, that means I'm not saying that you've been abusive, Pamela. That child might have experienced some type of, unless it's genetic, they experience some type of neglect or emotional, physical abuse when they were growing up. So who would if somebody would put that person, you put your daughter in the room right now, your adult child, if they would put them in a room right now, what would they say that who would they say being abusive towards them? How do you feel about your mom? How do you feel about your dad? What would they say? So I feel like that's the starting point to acknowledge what's going on in that situation right there. You got to get to the bottom line. It's gonna take some clarity. You got to figure out what the actual issue is, who the issue is with.
I feel like there's always an aspect of whether it's adult child or whether it's like child that sometimes is I would just say from my perspective sometimes is an awkward like to answer, because like I'm of the camp of like narcissists are formed not born, and so they're a product of their upbringing, and whether that's directly leading to the parents or a trauma outside or something like that, but it's normally familial related, and so sometimes it's really hard. Okay, yeah.
You said
Sexually
you
abused by
said
her stepbrother. Yeah, so
okay.
like there's normally like trauma there that's kind of like in that familiar relationship that a lot of times needs to be brought out with counseling, with therapy, that sometimes has to be done in a family setting or done in a setting where it's not just that one person to be able to help, at least at the younger age. But as they get older, like that's a huge aspect of like them trying to work past that. And oftentimes there's already like barriers there because of what happened in the relationship early on.
Okay. Mm-mm-mm. Yeah, I just feel like there's some trauma to
Yeah,
work.
there's one right underneath that. How do I trim my 11-year-old daughter from a narcissistic trait she got from her long gone daddy? It's getting worse by the minute. So, a big aspect is like, how do you show up and parent now? And I'm not saying that to be like, hey, you're an awful parent. I'm just saying like, hey, when it comes down to it, like they need to be able to have a safe place and they need to be able to learn how to process the guilt and the shame. Otherwise, they'll always be running from it. Always they'll always be trying to gaslight, to manipulate, getting them into therapy, getting them into counseling. It is always like a good thing, but then it also has to be like, where's it stemming from? Like I don't know what long gone daddy means. If that means he's been gone for the most of the relationship, well then what are we doing now to create that safe place so that that person is able to show up fully, with the shame, with the guilt, and not feel shamed or devalued by it.
Yeah, perfect.
Those are
That's
the
a
tough.
question.
Those are the tough ones, especially.
Yeah, I was like, you serve it up for you. How do you get
Yeah.
them to your space? Edudential. Do I know you? Did I do a one-on-one with you? I think I did. I remember that name right there. I think you are the. I think you were going. If you are the one, I think you were going to. She's the chemo back. She's battling right now. So prayers for you. How do you get them to leave your space? Sometimes you have to force them to do it. You know, sometimes you have to force people out of your space or whatever. It is tough if their name is on the lease or something like that. You know what I mean? Yep.
Mm.
So if their name is on the lease or you are dealing with them in any kind of way, you may if their name is on the lease or the mortgage or cars or whatever. Sometimes you have to. It's tough. It is. Sometimes they just won't leave. Especially if y'all own a house together, they will. I live. This is my house. You got to leave. So they're trying to make you be the one to leave, even if you have kids, even if you're sick. They're trying to make you to be the one to leave because they don't want to inconvenience themselves because you want them to leave. So sometimes you might have to be the one to leave, as tough as that might sound sometimes. For peace and freedom, and they'll just try to throw you out sometimes. Like you get out. They'll try to hold you out or whatever. And she said, yes, you did. So yeah, I remember you. So I'm praying for you. Hope you're doing good. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing well. I remember you. I remember that edudential. You're like edudential. Okay, I got you. My daughter's father, that's a narc, does not like his dad at all, and has expressed this to me multiple times. Could this be his trauma? My daughter's father, that's a narc, does not like his. So your baby daddy's, your daughter's grandpa is a narcissist. Could it be his trauma? Maybe, perhaps. I'm trying to get the relationship down. That very well could be his trauma.
Does not like his dad at all. Has expressed this to me multiple times. Could that be his? So I'm guessing that the father,
her boyfriends or her baby daddy's
father, like he has issues with the grandpa. So the father's the narc, and his dad, he has issues or something like that. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's a lot right there. Robert Maddox, hope you having a good day. Robert Maddox always pops in my life and says, "Hey, we're doing it for like 2 years."
How do you force the narc to divorce you? Oof.
What do you say there? Oh. How do you force the narc to divorce you? Force it? Why? So is it? So there's a lot of questions right here. Is it? Has it already?
You get them to move to Mexico, because if you're both in Mexico, you can get divorced like that. So you move to Mexico, and then you get divorced there.
Yeah,
because really, you can shove it through. It's like super fast. It's like 5 days max. Like,
yeah, you can't force them sometimes. You know what I mean? You have to file for divorce, and like I said, I don't know what state. It depends on what state you're in. Some states are no contest. Some states you can get divorced tomorrow. Some states, like my state, North Carolina, you got to wait a whole year from the date of separation to get divorced. You know what I mean? Right. So it really just kind of depends on where you are and things like that. What your goal is, what your plan is, and stuff like that. You might have to file for divorce and go to, and they might not. Are they gonna make it easy if you have to force them to divorce you? I don't think they'll make it easy for you to get rid of them. Want to say a big thank you to both for helping me heal since late 2020. There you go. What's going on, Andy? Power up. How? What does it say? How does a narc react to being sued in court? Probably angry as hell.
Yeah, especially inconvenience, because it either comes down to image or money, and if you're inconveniencing either one of those, then that's an issue.
Self-esteem love says, why do narcissistic husbands go tit for tat? Very, very petty. I think narcissistic wives would do the same type of thing right there. I don't think that's just the husband type thing. They'll just try to, get the terminology people use nowadays is get their lick back. You hit them, they hit you back. You say something mean to them, they say something mean. You can't have the last word with me. I got to get the last word in. I got to get the last insult in. So I'm gonna fuck you and just run away. Can't hear you. That type of stuff right there. It's an ego thing. It's ego. It's driven by ego. Yes, North Carolina. Yep. I'm a realtor in North Carolina. Y'all. I'm back. I'm thinking about getting my real estate career back jumping in that next. I haven't opened my schedule up for October for my one-on-ones yet. I'm thinking about getting back to the real estate. Y'all stress me out, man. Y'all stressing me out. Y'all do one-on-ones with Ben. I'm about to do a lot less. Yeah.
I think I'm at like 28 this week.
Consider booking a one-on-one with these guys. There you go.
I just talked to Brittany the other week.
Man, this is the golden questions for real. What? This the what? Oh, the golden questions. Oh, okay. How do you get over the trauma bond? Step 1. Just admit that you don't. So when you so me personally, I think when you trauma bond to the person, you think the trauma bond is love. You probably don't love that person anymore. You probably just addicted to them. You know what I mean? Admit that you have to feel out. You can still love them, but you have to love them from a distance. You know what I mean? You don't have to allow, just because you love somebody, you don't have to allow access to them. Another great way of healing from trauma bond is journaling and writing down stuff like that and telling yourself the truth about what's going on. And guess what? Journaling starts here. You can journal here. This is y'all see, speaking journal. This segue into the journal right here, y'all. This is a journal to help you heal. Look, where is it? It's on the back. Oh, it's in the inside. It's on the inside cover.
Yeah.
A journal. Can you read that bit?
Yep, I can read it. A journal
So,
for after the toxic relationship.
journal for after the toxic relationship, from fantasy to reality. Get you this. Guess who it's written by? Mr. Ben Taylor himself. Raw Motivations, right there. It's on Amazon, y'all. Awareness, growth, healing, change. It's to help you heal after a toxic relationship with a narcissist, toxic person, whoever. You know what I mean? It's just go through this thing, y'all, and power up through it. Smooth segue. Yeah, it opened itself up. I just had to put it in there, y'all. I had to put it out there. That's on Amazon, y'all. It's called From Fantasy to Look. It looks like this. Amazon, From Fantasy to Reality. Helps you heal from the trauma bond. This is step one right here. Journaling, community. You know, get it out your system. A lot of people internalize it. You hope I see what an answer. See,
I didn't see the I looked for that comment like up earlier and I did not see it.
Does the narc mean anything that they say? What are their actions telling you? A lot of narcissist people just lie to the side of their mouth, just lie for the sake of lying. They lie when the truth will work. What are the actions saying? So many people are willing to accept words over actions, and that's one of the biggest mistakes that a lot of people make. You'll let them tell you what they're going to do, but they rarely ever do it. I'm gonna stop cheating on you. I'm gonna go to therapy. I'm gonna go to church. They might go to church once, one therapy session. Are they gonna stop actually cheating on you, leave you? You know, are they putting the work in? What are their actions saying?
Right.
You know.
Yeah.
No, what are their actions?
Take the actions of the words.
See, I'm buying your raw book, Raw Motivations right now. See,
Lexi, thanks so much. Yeah, Megan just put in the chat too. That journal though, it had me crying the other night. She said,
"From fantasy to reality." Megan.
Like 4 up.
Oh, it was above that. Oh, see, there you go, right there. That's Megan. That's Miss Megan. What's up, Meg? Yeah. Megan, we appreciate you, Megan. Seriously, we really, really do. You are appreciated over here. It's truly, you're a good person. Church twice, therapy 3, maybe 4 times. Poop.
Just check the box and then move on back to the same abusive behaviors. Yeah.
Yep. Check those boxes. Thank you for helping. Thank you for the help and clarity, Lee and Company. Lee and Ben. Lee and Co. That's my new name right there. That's a new name alive. Lee and Co. Wednesday at 8:15. Lee and Co. See? No, he never does anything he says. So what are you doing then? So what are you telling yourself then? Why are you still there then? Why are you still in this situation? If he never does anything that he says he's going to do, then now it's in your lap. You know, now it's your decision. He's pretty much shown you what he's going to do. Now it's just like it's in your lap. It's falling into your lap. What are you going to do with it now? What are the proactive steps that you're going to take on this journey right here to help you heal? You know, so now it's on you. It is now. You know what I mean? It is. It's live. It's on you right now. So you have to hit. What's your goal now? Set your goal. Make moves. Power moves. Do they leave the new supply and return to their exes? I just did a video today on YouTube. It says some narcissists go back to their exes. That's literally the video, the title of the video I posted on YouTube today. Some narcissists go back to their exes. Yes, they do. Literally, I just posted that shit today at like 3:30. So you follow me on YouTube, but you don't support me, Nathan Wheeler. So we're gonna have a chat. No, I'm just joking. But seriously, it's on there. You know,
I don't remember what it posted today. Gosh, sometimes I'm like so behind on it. Mine tonight was narcissists will bait you to accept their abuse.
Do y'all cry in therapy? I cried like a baby in coaching today, and it cued imposter syndrome. So do men? First of all, Brittany, men don't cry. I don't know where you hear that myth from that men cry. Real men instead of crying, we eat steak. You know, we eat steak and just beat on our chest. No, so my very first therapy session, I did cry. You know, this is the first thing I did in therapy was cry. You know, just go in there. I sit in there. I was like, yes. So what are you doing here at 32 years old? I was like, well. It was a little cry fest, and I almost cried this last session. The session I had last week, I almost cried, y'all. Breakthroughs. Sometimes you break through, and the tears started falling. I only be feeling it. I'm like, what's this? What is this strange liquid flowing from my eye? You know,
I'm like, I'm leaking.
It's salty.
I think I got something in my eye. Both of them. Gosh.
It's weird.
Yeah, I teared up like my first, and I've had a couple that have been like, you know, really hard to work through. I teared up a little bit today, you know, but that's just because there's a lot of shit that's going on.
Oh yeah, it's one of them days. Make it through it, or power through it. You
Yep.
know,
Yep.
it comes up when you search Ben Taylor Journal on Amazon. There you go. Easy
Yeah.
way to get to easy way to get to the
I'm
Ben's
not on
journal.
the Facebook one, but I can drop the link in the YouTube one.
Bum, bum, bum. I did the other day. Yeah, crying helps sometimes, y'all. It does. I lost it, and he being out. Being thanks for the recommendation. Sorry, I'm going through all these questions.
No, you're
5 hours.
fine.
So 5 hours ago, you posted it. See, there you go. I literally just posted that video today. I'll be getting way behind y'all. Goodness. I don't know if y'all can copy that. Can they copy that? Screenshot it. That's a lot of letters.
Yeah, no, I mean they can click on it, but I can't put it on the face. I'm not on
Yeah.
the Facebook one right now.
Mm-mm.
Can you
I did.
copy it? Can you copy it in the private chat and you put it
Oh,
up?
I did listen to it. Just wanted a shout out from you guys. There you go. There you go. Put it into the Facebook chat real quick. I'll the Facebook our Facebook Messenger. I can copy it.
I just put it in the private chat in StreamYard. Click that. Can you
Oh,
copy
okay.
that? It looks like you can.
Oh, take me off here. Okay. Okay, I just copied it. Or we just drop it directly on YouTube.
No, just drop it in the chat and it'll go to YouTube and
Okay.
and Facebook. 'Cause I can't get to Facebook because I don't have your Facebook pulled up. I should just do this next time. I should just like I should just put like the links in the private chat. Then it's like a piece of cake for us to copy them anytime. There you go. Oh, we're on Twitch too.
Oh yeah, I just put it on Twitch. Twitch just I don't even know if I have any followers on Twitch. Do I? I don't know if I have anybody on here from Twitch. 0 on Twitch. There's 140 on Facebook, 140 on YouTube, 72 on Facebook, and 0 on Twitch. You guys are the best. Sorry, I'm going through these questions. How does a narc take it when you ghost them? Do they feel guilt or is it on to the next supply? So some of them might try to hunt you down. You know, they become obsessed. You know, rejection breeds obsession. So if you reject them by not giving, so you can't give them a good enough reason to leave them alone anyway. You know what I mean? Why'd you leave me alone? Why'd you ghost me? What did I do wrong? Tell me what I did wrong. Tell me. You have to tell me. They'll hunt you down. You know what I mean? Some of them will. You know, they'll just try to find you. Do they feel guilt? I don't think I would feel guilty for you ghosting me. I would be angry. How dare you? How fucking dare you do go me? How dare you? You get mad with some anger. So Elisa says,
I can admit being a complete people pleaser and meeting my narc had me blindsided, completely twisted 9 years.
woof.
Yeah.
9 years. Yo. So now it sounds like you're untwisted. Like right now. So 9 years is a long time, y'all. Like one thing I hope you're out of it now. Swarf Street Crystal. I hope you're out of it now. But today, y'all, I just feel like today's day and age, people have the great opportunity of learning from other people's mistakes, learning from other people's lives and things like that. You have the opportunity to learn from some other people's mistakes, but so many people in these circumstances, in these situations, instead of learning from the mistakes, you try to compound them and do better than the other person. Well, I'm better than her. I can figure it out. And then you compound it instead of being in a 9 years, you say 15 because you wanted to outdo her. I'm just rapper. Look, learn from other people's mistakes and just empower yourself. You out of it, Elisa? I don't want to say name, Elisa. But yeah, stay safe and empower yourself. Vicky said, "Thanks, Ben, for helping me through my shit today."
Yeah.
Q&A at 2 journal. Oh, she's dedicated.
Yeah. We've been all over today. So that's awesome.
So Ben does emergency 101s, y'all. He does them like what's the buffer you need?
As long as it like whenever they're open. I think I have some open tomorrow. I don't know. I've been like booking up recently.
Raw
I have 2 openings tomorrow. I think right now. But that's all I got.
I was just
I'm just like packed.
I'm about to cut back on the 101s, y'all. Y'all was stressing me out. See, that was me for 10 years. See, 10 years. See, y'all know it. You know, butterfly. If he does call the police, what's it mean? Is that domestic violence chat? What does that mean? Butterfly. You talking to talking to her. I was like,
There
oh,
you
okay.
go. There you go.
It was
Yeah,
like
I
a
couldn't
code
find it.
word.
There's like so many comments. It's hard to keep up with this.
It was a code word. I was like, what is that? Um, I left my narc ex 3 weeks ago. I found out he was arrested 4 days after I left, and he received the restraining order I put against him in jail. I left abruptly. Will he come after me? How long is he? Yeah, will he come after you? Possibly. I would just say,
Kind of depends on
regardless.
what he's in jail for too.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
if he threatened to come after you, then I would believe it and
yeah,
be careful.
yeah. Believe what they say. You helped me wake up to a narcissist. Thank you. Like, okay, the power how it was written, but
I know it's
in,
interesting how it's written. It kind of like makes me feel like we're
yeah,
like
yeah,
sitting
I
beside
did.
little like blowhorns, like and like wake up to a narcissist. Like, whoa.
Yeah. Were you guys scared to? Were you guys scared to come out to the world with your disorders? I mean, so this is one of the things right here. I just feel like you can hide a disorder. You can hide it. You know, what I could have came out as a narcissist and then went back to just being comedy, funny dude. You know what I mean?
Right.
So was I fearful of just telling the world I was a narcissist? Yeah, definitely. Because narcissist is a bad word. It's a slur right now. You know what I mean? It's like he who shall not be named type vibes with the word narcissist. That's why I tell people nowadays when you call somebody a narcissist, you're insulting them. You're not complimenting them. Hey, honey, I think you're a narcissist. Go to therapy. You just called them. You just said they were a horrible person. You know, you just did. So that's why people they don't take kindly to the word narcissist. And then narcissistic people, they think we add into the stigma. It's just constant mind shit going on. But fear, it kind of went away very, very quickly because I overall think I was received pretty well from my own personal Facebook and coming out to my own personal family and friends first, and then it's coming out. So I'm coming out some the closet or some shit. But just come out to my family and friends first, and it was received pretty well. So I was just like, if my family and friends are cool with it, then what are strangers on the internet gonna say? They're gonna hurt my feelings. So I'm just like,
Right.
let's make it work. So there was some fear
Like
initially.
mine was kind of like the opposite starting off is like a lot of family and friends like didn't like that I was like actually identifying and like saying that. And so it kind of pushed me back for a while. I stopped posting for a little bit and things like that. And so like I got to the place where, I didn't really post much about narcissism. And then I took a break from some of my like personal social media talking about how I struggled with this, how I was a narcissist and like going through this. And then I finally started posting on TikTok. And I think it got to the place like with TikTok after maybe, the first 10 videos or something like that. It got to the place where the pain of going back, was more motivation to keep moving forward, because there's like a fear of like, I don't want to be exposed, but it's also like, I also don't want to go back to that because like the shit that I've been involved in for so long, the cycle that I've been doing time and time again isn't worth going back because there's nothing there.
There you go. Yeah, it's too late to go back now. So am I still a narcissist? Yeah, but do I want to go back to the way I was living? No,
Right. Right.
no. So,
And
let
I
me.
think that's the biggest thing for me was like acknowledging that the cycle's there and that I don't want to continue it.
Yeah, but so let me. I'll take that back. Sometimes though, I wish I can go back to unawareness. Yeah, because I feel like there was peace back then every once in a while. You know what I mean? It's just
Yeah.
like I didn't have all these other. I feel like I didn't have all these other thoughts going on inside of my head.
Right. Right.
Lee's video put the battery in my back to leave the battery.
Energize your money.
I mean, saying, dude, I say a bunch of shit about videos. I just like, that's what you say. I say your batteries fall out your back like your toy. Bobby says some crazy shit. Lee, one question: do you get a lot of haters and mean people, and what do you do about it? Yeah, I get a lot of haters. I get a few. You know, what I mean, it's always. So what?
I said it's a tender subject for me right now.
Oh yeah. So big has some big haters going on, but like me,
We got some crazy stuff going on. You ignore it. You
yeah,
ignore it.
I get it every day. So do I want to respond in jest and talk some shit back? Yeah, I do. But I just feel like I hit the block button so fast, and people like to justify other people talking shit to me. They're like, "Well, Lee, did somebody else in their life hurt them, and you remind them of them so they can talk shit to you?" Like, no, the fuck they can talk. I didn't hurt them. Like you, so a stranger on the internet, you feel like you can trauma dump on him because he looked like or he talks like your ex that you didn't say nothing to. Nah, hell no, block.
Mhm.
No, I'm respectful to literally almost every single person who talks to me. Like, if you keep it respectful for me, I keep it respectful for you.
Right.
But as soon as you cross that line of disrespect, all the gloves are all I just block. I want to talk some shit, but I just block people.
Right.
Block. You hit the block button. You know, I booked the one-on-one with HG Tutor, but he kind of scares me. Well, good luck. So I haven't had any interaction with HG2. I know he's one that does the voice, right? Just the voice. He's just like
Someone asked earlier about like our thoughts on his like was it like cold therapy or whatever?
oh, I think Sam Vaknin does the cold therapy.
Oh yeah.
HG Tudor does the I think he does the voice. He doesn't show his face. He does like the ultra, I think it's Narc site or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, he HG Tudor. He has like a 900 part series on what's the woman's name? The new princess. I can't think of it. Megan. What's his name? It's not Megan. What's the prince of the Harry married her? She's the prince of England now. Harry. Meghan Markle. That's his name. Meghan Markle.
Yeah.
He has like a huge he has a huge series on Meghan Markle. It's crazy. How do I do a one-on-one? I'm only on YouTube with no other social medias. You can go to my site, mentalhealness.net, or you can go to Ben's site, rawmotivations.com. So mine is in the description of every single video. So you look in the description or just go to my main YouTube channel. You can see the links. The links are there. Yeah. Every description.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. HG2 is a psychopath because it's overblown narcissism. But okay, cool. She's the Duchess, not a princess. No, Meghan Markle, whatever her name. I don't like that shit. Don't affect me. I don't like just she can do Meghan Markle can do what she want to do. You know, I was just saying he has a huge series on her. He literally he literally talks exactly like a narc I was dating. Yep. And I vibe with him. Who, me? Like when I say yep. That's I get that from the Land Before Time, Ducky. You ever see the Land Before Time, y'all? The little dinosaur movie with Ducky. Like, yep. That's why I get that from. This has been in my head for like 30 years. with Littlefoot and tree stars and shit. That's in my head, y'all.
That's hilarious.
Like literally, so that long ago. You mean? Do y'all do one-on-ones for venting? I am one you no contact, no current issues. Ben is like an ear. He is, Ben is like, if you want to vent, Ben has the biggest vent ear.
Oh god. I mean, well,
but we do. I was Chris. I'm joking. Yeah, like I talk to people who just want to vent all the time. Like seriously. Yeah, we do that. Yeah, that's literally just joking. So Ben has a good perspective on going no contact with kids involved, y'all.
I do.
Yeah, you get this impassioned speech about what you do.
I mean, a lot of people think it's impossible to go no contact with kids. I think that the first step is like that mental switch of like, hey, it's not impossible, it's just really hard. Like it's not an easy thing to be able to go down. There's a lot of people that are no contact with kids, and they utilize other resources to be able to help them do that. So whether it's third-party apps to be able to do the communication so that it works for like court-approved stuff, whether it's third-party drop-offs, swapping at school so they never have to see each other, like getting to the place where like all that communication is like so far down that it's either completely non-existent or you're going through third-party people that you don't have to actually interact with that person. Like that's the main thing, is to be able to take away their power of trying to manipulate and control you. And it's very, very hard. And there's a lot of people that have had to do it, especially the ones that are fearing for their life and are in huge like violent situations. They have to do it. There is no choice. And so just showing even from some of them, it is possible, but it's not easy. And you have to be very strategic going through that process, especially the court system and things like that, to make sure that you're doing everything above board so that it goes through, so that it works, and so that you can be able to get to that place where you're no contact.
There you go. Powerful. See, I told you I had that. Thanks for you learned so much. So I saw this question right here, y'all. What makes a narcissist want to change? So this is my perspective on this, y'all. Take this. You don't take this to the bank. This might be a worthless check for you. Pain. I just feel like the only thing that gets a narcissistic person to take action on altering their lives or changing their behaviors is some type of pain, y'all. That's why so many people ask me, they're like, Lee, you're adding to the statement with your sketches and your skits and stuff like that. You're just making it all narcissists seem like you're hurting people and stuff like that. Y'all, how do you like, this is my perspective on that. How do you be nice to a narcissist to get them to affect any type of change in their behaviors or in their life?
Right.
Pain. I was in the most pain in my life emotionally when I decided to go to therapy, make my behavior alterations. I was in pain. Pain
Mhm.
changes people. You never heard a narcissist like, I was just having a great day one day. I decided to go to therapy. Whenever you hear some shit like that, you know, people just be. I get other narcissists, people like you spreading the stimuli. What are y'all doing?
Right.
I done talked about almost 100 people who think they are narcissists over the last year and a half, almost 2 years. You know what I mean? uh, my wife showed me your video. I was on TikTok scrolling my For You page and I saw a skit and it hurt my feelings. I like, damn, I do that. I say that. I'm going to
Mhm.
therapy now. Pain, you have pain change. I'm not talking about physical pain. Don't go shoot them, stab them, don't do crazy shit like that. I'm just talking emotional, like rock bottom. That's where I was at. I was at rock bottom. And rock bottom doesn't change everybody, y'all. It's not because I wasn't just one rock bottom. People think rock bottom is just like you broke and desolate. I was at emotional rock bottom, financial rock bottom, physical rock bottom. I was overweight. You know, I had so many rock bottoms at once. You know what I mean? It's like I hit rock bottom and the ground would fall out. Like, ooh, you know. So it's painful, y'all. And then you smack the bottom. You know, and
Mhm.
you can't, and there's nobody there to catch you or keep you from hitting rock bottom. So many of y'all want to lend a helping hand to that narcissistic person, that toxic person in your life. They can't hit rock bottom. They can't experience any pain because you keep taking them back over and over and over again. They told me everything I wanted to hear. Of fucking course they did. Why wouldn't they? If they want you back, they're going to say what you want to hear. Why wouldn't they do that? Why wouldn't they? There's not rocket science. Like they told me everything I wanted to hear. They said, of course they did. Why wouldn't they? They want you back in their life. They're going to say what they need to say. They don't say what they need to say. Sometimes they'll do what they need to do just to wrap you back up, y'all. But to answer the question, 4 letters: pain,
Mhm.
emotion. You know, that's my.
Yeah.
I don't know if being able to add to that, y'all, but I just saw that question. I
No,
just
I
had
was
to
just
ask.
gonna add two things, and one was like the quote or like the statement of most people won't change until the pain of where they are exceeds the pain of change, and it actually like made me think of something that my wife actually said in the podcast that we recorded of like people trying to decide of like do I want to stay, do I want to go, and she had to get to the place of like you have to choose your hard. It's going to be hard to stay with a narcissist, and it's also going to be hard to leave a narcissist. So like there's that point of like you have to be able to choose of like which pain are you going to actually go for, like what are you actually going to do. And for like a narcissist to actually change, I think there's a big aspect of like you have to realize like, hey, one, then nobody's coming to save you. There's no other thing that's going to happen to fix you, so you either keep doing the same stuff and live in that pain and live in that emptiness, or you start making a difference and start to change.
Mm-mm. There you go. Find pain points and apply leverage. Advanced boundaries. It's a thief. No
Yeah,
thief out there. What's up?
just
What's going on, thief?
pay
Thief?
attention inward now.
You are nailing this. Oh, appreciate that. I accidentally clicked that one.
Because yeah. Yeah, I mean that's normal. That's like narcissism textbook. It's like on page 53-2A. Like that's just what happens. Like, oh my gosh, you caught me cheating. I realize now that like I love you so much, and will you marry me? And then you're like, oh my gosh, he actually is committed this time. No.
with no ring. They just proposed to you with no ring, just on the spot. I
Right.
was I was googling rings today because I love you so much. They'll throw up in front of. Let me tell you, I'm not laughing at you. I'm just laughing at the behavior. Zalal. You know what I mean? I love
What
you
is that,
means
Bree?
what's that?
Bree just popped in. I just said, "What's abuse is abuse in the house."
Oh, Bree. Oh, she. Oh, see, I'm trying to read so many questions. Oh, Bree, what's going on, Bree? What's going on, Bree? Ding, ding. Ba, ba, ba. I'm in shock how time consuming. Do-do-do-do. Do-do. I'm in shock how time consuming. It's like being on call 24/7. How do I assist more self sufficiency with what? That's a complicated question right there. With
What
what?
were you on back to? Yeah. What's time consuming?
That's what I was just wondering. I said too, of course, of dead. I said that too, of course. Oh, of course, of course. I'm just telling you, yo, why wouldn't they say if they want you back? Why wouldn't they say what you? This is right here. I'm gonna just let y'all know. Like we're gonna ask a few more questions. This is how you know that it's manipulation, y'all. They'll tell
Mhm.
you what you want to hear. They'll say everything you've been wanting them to say, and guess what? You don't have to tell them because they already know it. They'll start promising you things that they want to change about themselves that you already told them months ago, years ago. But now all of a sudden, because you decided to put your foot down and take your power back, now they're promising. And you don't have to tell them anymore. They already know it. They store it up. That's how you know it's manipulation. But
Mhm.
again, Y'all get caught in the moment of vulnerability. You're like, you know what? I believe you. And he wastes 3, 4, 5, 10 more years. Like, I should have left back then.
Narcissists love the change at the end of the relationship.
I will be registered. Oh, that's from earlier. She said
All
that.
right.
Did she
She
register?
said I will. I'm gonna refresh it here. Let's see. If none of the numbers change, then all right, I'm gonna refresh it one more time.
I think she might have left earlier. I didn't see any questions from her.
Probably, but she did not register. So
He seems he seems to have gotten worse as he's gotten older. Is that common? Yes, it's very common. They don't get better. I think a lot of people just like, I'm gonna give them time to grow up. Y'all be dating 45, 50-year-old men or women. It's just like, I'm gonna give them time to grow up. How much time do y'all? How much more time you got to get them to grow up, y'all? How much time do how much time do you got? How much time do you have? Yeah.
Can you click on? Can you click on Pia's question 916? She's put that in a bunch.
Hold on, let me scroll down. Pia 916. Pia.
Under Vicky.
Oh, right here. This one.
Yeah. Yeah. Why did my ex email me to tell me his new girlfriend, who he cheated with, left me for and chased, is pregnant after 2 months of just dating? So like it's a combination of like an aspect of like Hoover to kind of like step back into your life. So that's like a problem because he still has access to you. And then two, it's also a way to be able to like stick it to your face of like, oh, like, you know, this person is a lot better for me. Like you're not as good. Like it's another way to try to beat you down.
Yep. And it's always trying to brag on you, like Bill just saying, to brag on you, to show you that you were worth less than this person. Like, you see, oh, it took me 2 months to get her pregnant, and this, that, and I look how happy I am right now. So, Pia, I'll let you know right here, y'all. Happy people don't need to show you that they're happy like that. That's anger balled up into a fake hat. That's like, you know, that's smiling like this. I'm so happy right now. Look at me. That's smiling through clenched teeth, y'all. But yeah, we're gonna answer a few more questions. We had to hop off here, y'all. How do I get the court system to see right through the narcissist? I'm just telling you, you have to document, you have to prove behaviors. You can't prove the narcissism. You know what I mean? You have to prove behaviors. That's why you got to start, if safe and legal, document stuff, record things. You know what I mean? Do that type of stuff right there. Document things, record things right there, just to help you out. I'm gonna let Ben hop on this real quick. Somebody keep blowing my phone up.
My husband is a covert. Daytona Beach here. Is there any hope of all of us for 40 years? Gosh, so like there's a big aspect of like, one, if there's no awareness and if there's no honesty, vulnerability, or consistent change, then no, not really. I mean, there's 40 years of habitual behavior. There's 40 years of stuff that has continued to go on, and without that awareness, and without willing to actually change and start to put forth that effort, I wouldn't say there's hope. Because what you need to look for is not the hope or the maybe or the possibility, because that's trauma bonding 101. What you need to look for is like, what are the actions? What are they demonstrating on a day-to-day basis? If they're not demonstrating honesty, if they're not demonstrating vulnerability, if they're not demonstrating consistent change, then no, there's not really hope there.
Yep. I was unable to make the workshop in VA, unforeseen circumstances. We actually have we recorded the workshop. We can send that to you, can we? If you want to watch it, we can send it to you.
Yeah, you have it right now. I don't have it up anywhere yet.
Email? Oh, so once we get it set up, we can send it to you. But tips on parallel parenting. So parallel parenting is tough, y'all. It's pretty much what's a good way to parallel parent? My mind is going. I can hear my daughter.
Parallel parenting is like you both parent as a single parent. Like there's really there's not really communication, but it's like your own like silo. So like, when you have the kids, you have to know when they need to go to the doctor, and when he has the kids, he has to know when they're going to the doctor. It's not something that you communicate about. It's stuff that people are supposed to know on both sides.
Yeah, parallel parenting, like I said, typically it's agreed. Like the easiest way to parallel parent is to get agreed upon stuff through the court and enforce it that way. You may agreed upon situations with with therapy, or not therapy. Oh, there's therapy, medical stuff, and things like that. That can help you out a lot, though. You know what I mean? It really, really can. What happened? A man call you out your name for no reason is abuse. I'm not. I mean, I feel like that's mean. I don't know if it was abusive to call you out your name. You guys made my night. Oh, there you go, Pia. Oh, did we answer on the say? Yeah, my mind is going. I can hear my
Yeah,
phone.
that's the one that I jumped on with the
Okay,
email.
okay.
But
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. My mind's going
right,
blank.
right.
My daughter crying through the floor, and it's kind of throwing me off. I can't even read straight. I'm gonna ask a couple more questions. We had to hop off here.
And it's about time anyways to jump off.
Yeah. Did the narcissist change their phone number but didn't expect a reverse Hoover? I feel like if they change their phone number and you get it and you start messaging them, they're gonna paint. Yeah, is that reverse hoovering? Yes. Also, you also possibly allows them to put a stalking charge on you, a harassment charge. I changed my number to get away from this woman, and she keeps texting me and calling me. So if they change the number, let go and let go and let grow. So that's my perspective on that, y'all. Anyway, y'all, thank y'all for tuning in. Like I said, if you haven't already, you want to come to the Austin, Texas meet and greet workshop in Austin, Texas on October the 15th. The link is scrolling across the bottom of the screen right now. narcavengers.com/Texas. October the 15th. There's gonna be like a big meet and greet. 150 people are already registered for that. The smaller private Q&A, which I'm going to start talking about more and more, is you can register for that. There's only 10 people, 11 people registered for that right now, and that's where you can get all your questions answered in person, face to face with Ben and myself and with Ben, psychologist Carrie McAvoy, Lisa. There's gonna be survivors, coaches, therapists. There'll be a lot of people in Austin, Texas, to answer the questions that you ask y'all. I promise you. So this is live and in person, Austin, Texas, on October the 15th. Link is in the bio for that. If you
Yeah,
listen,
and also the one-on-one. So make sure you're grabbing those too, because I think we're going to be adjusting them a little bit. But we do have one-on-ones where people can actually meet with either one of us or with several other people that are going to be there, individually to actually go over stuff, just like you would like a regular like session, but you'll actually be in person.
there you go, perfect. So yeah, one-on-ones in person. I know people like doing them on Zoom and stuff like that. But anyways, y'all, thank y'all for tuning into another Self-Aware Narcissist live. Next week we'll be live on Ben's channel. Next week is with a group. We'll have a group on Ben's channel, so we're gonna be
Oh
pushing
yeah,
that.
yeah. Next week's a group. Great.
Next week will be the group, y'all. So
I'll
tune
definitely
in.
want to come back next week.
Yeah, tune in next week on Ben's channel. We'll be live over there. Thank y'all. Thank you.
Yeah, have a great night. Take care.
Lee is tired. Yes, I can hear him.